citing unnamed British sources, has reported that Diana, Princess of Wales, has died.
Would you believe that if it weren't for the tragic accident that happened to Diana and her lover in 1997, perhaps they would be a happy couple now? Building a close relationship since 1986, Dodi Fayed accidentally became a famous name when he continuously appeared next to Diana. However, when learning about his background, people are surprised by the complexity of his personal life. From being tormented by his parents' unhappy marriage to his unhealthy relationships as an adult. Just keep calm as we explore Dodi Fayed's complicated past. First, let's talk about Dodi Fayed's upbringing. It unfolded against the backdrop of opulence and privilege, immersed in the rarefied air of extreme wealth and influence. As the eldest son in his family, he was raised amidst the trappings of affluence, with a father who was a titan of industry and luxury. His father's vast empire spanned prestigious landmarks like the British retail institution Harrods, the iconic Ritz Hotel in Paris, and even the revered Fulham Football Club in England, underscoring the magnitude of his family's financial prowess. From a tender age, Dodi was enveloped in a world of extravagance, where private jets whisked the family across continents and sprawling estates dotted the globe. A retinue of staff members, bodyguards, and drivers attended to their every need, cocooning them in a bubble of privilege and security. His parents, recognizing the importance of elite education, opted to enroll him in a prestigious boarding school nestled in the Swiss Alps, fostering an environment of academic excellence and refinement. Later, Dodi's educational journey led him to the hallowed halls of the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst, a bastion of tradition and discipline. Remarkably, this institution also played a pivotal role in the lives of Princess Diana's sons, weaving an intriguing thread of connection between the two families. Despite his access to immense wealth and privilege, whispers of Dodi's inability to carve out his own path lingered in the air. Indeed, Dodi's substantial monthly allowance, rumored to be as much as $100,000, afforded him a lifestyle of unparalleled luxury and excess. Yet, beneath the veneer of extravagance, murmurs persisted that he was merely a scion of privilege, lacking the ambition or drive to forge his own legacy. His penchant for indulgence, whether sailing on a lavish yacht or embarking on whimsical escapades, only served to reinforce this perception. To those within his orbit, Dodi was an enigmatic figure, akin to a character from a celluloid fantasy rather than a tangible presence in the real world. Jack Weiner, a producer who shared proximity with Dodi for several years, encapsulated this sentiment succinctly, encapsulating him as a character in a movie. Despite the allure of his family's empire and the allure of his lavish lifestyle, Dodi Fayed remained an elusive figure, forever ensconced in the shadows of his family's towering legacy. There's one thing you might not know about Dodi Fayed's father. Muhammad Al Fayed, the patriarch of the Fayed dynasty, was a figure embroiled in a tapestry of controversy and intrigue. His life was punctuated by a series of headline-grabbing incidents, each painting a vivid portrait of a man grappling with the complexities of wealth, power, and ambition. In the aftermath of the tragic demise of his son, Dodi Fayed, and Princess Diana, Muhammad Al Fayed emerged as a central figure in a swirling maelstrom of conspiracy theories. Fueled by grief and suspicion, he became a vocal proponent of various alternative narratives surrounding the events of that fateful night in Paris. Through media outlets and public statements, he sought to challenge the official account, casting shadows of doubt over the circumstances of the fatal car crash. Yet, Muhammad's foray into the spotlight was not solely confined to matters of personal tragedy. His aspirations for British citizenship, fueled by his substantial investments in the country, were met with resounding disappointment. Despite his considerable wealth and influence, his quest for naturalization encountered formidable obstacles, precipitating a bitter feud with the influential owner of the Observer newspaper, Tiny Rowland. the acrimonious dispute with Roland culminated in an official inquiry into Mohammed's business dealings, unearthing allegations of financial opacity and impropriety. The inquiry's findings cast a pall over the Fayed family's reputation, exposing fissures within their meticulously cultivated facade of success and affluence. In a brazen display of defiance, Mohammed retaliated against Roland's perceived affront by suspending a shark adorned with the epithet "tiny" in Harrod's prestigious food hall. However, this audacious act of retribution only served to further tarnish his reputation and alienate him from the corridors of power. Undeterred by setbacks and controversies, Mohammed's quest for British citizenship persisted, punctuated by a series of ill-fated attempts and thwarted ambitions. Despite his professed resilience and determination to remain indefinitely in the country, the specter of rejection loomed large, underscoring the limits of his influence and the fragility of his aspirations. There is a truth that the dissolution of Mohammed Al Fayed and Samira Khashoggi's marriage when Dodi was just 4 years old served as the harbinger of a tumultuous upbringing. As familial bonds unraveled, Dodi found himself ensnared in the intricate web of his parents' fractured relationship, grappling with the absence of stability and emotional nurturing. Hussein Khashoggi's recollections offer a glimpse into the sequestered existence that defined Dodi's early years. Raised within the confines of a gilded cocoon, he and his cousins inhabited a world insulated from the realities of everyday life. Surrounded by an entourage of drivers, bodyguards, and staff, they were cocooned in a bubble of privilege, shielded from the tumultuous currents of the outside world. Boarding schools became Dodi's crucible of growth and self-discovery, serving as surrogate homes where he sought solace amidst the tumult of familial discord. Yet the transient nature of these educational sojourns only exacerbated his sense of detachment, perpetuating a cycle of fleeting encounters with his parents. Tom Bower's poignant narrative paints a portrait of a child adrift in a sea of loneliness and yearning. Dodi's anguished cries in the dead of night bore witness to the ache of abandonment, a primal scream for the warmth and reassurance of parental love. Mohammed Al Fayed's attempts to assuage his son's pain through material indulgence merely served as a hollow palliative, a fleeting respite from the cavernous void of emotional neglect. Caught between the demands of paternal obligation and the allure of entrepreneurial ambition, Mohammed struggled to reconcile his familial responsibilities with the imperatives of business expansion. The dichotomy between fatherhood and financial success cast a pall over Dodi's childhood, leaving him adrift in a liminal space where affection and material abundance existed in uneasy juxtaposition. However, we cannot deny that Dodi Fayed's relationship with money was a multifaceted saga characterized by bouts of extravagance, financial recklessness, and a perennial quest for purpose amidst the trappings of wealth. While his affluent upbringing afforded him access to a world of opulence and indulgence, it also engendered a sense of existential ennui and aimlessness that plagued his journey through life. Denise Lewis's reminiscences offer a glimpse into the hedonistic tapestry of Dodi's romantic escapades. Their whirlwind adventures across the sun-kissed shores of the south of France, aboard luxurious yachts, evoke a fairy tale narrative steeped in romance and opulence. Yet, beneath the veneer of idyllic bliss lurked the specter of financial imprudence, as Dodi's penchant for lavish expenditures threatened to unravel the fabric of his privileged existence. Hussein Khashoggi's insights shed light on the existential quandary that plagued Dodi's psyche, as the suffocating embrace of affluence fostered a sense of purposelessness and existential malaise. Surrounded by the trappings of wealth, he grappled with the elusive pursuit of meaning and fulfillment, haunted by the perennial question of identity and purpose. Despite his immense wealth, Dodi's proclivity for impulsive spending and indulgent pursuits often left him grappling with cash flow woes at the onset of each month. Whether lavishing gifts upon his paramours, embarking on spontaneous jaunts to exotic locales like Gstaad aboard charter flights, or indulging in the latest luxurious gadgets, his financial profligacy knew no bounds. His early forays into entrepreneurship, buoyed by paternal intervention and familial largesse, proved to be fleeting ventures in a sea of uncertainty. Despite Mohammed Al Fayed's efforts to pave the path to success for his son, Dodi's entrepreneurial endeavors failed to gain traction, leaving him adrift in a sea of unfulfilled ambitions and dashed dreams. It was amidst the glittering allure of Hollywood that Dodi found a semblance of purpose and direction as he sought to carve out a niche for himself in the cinematic landscape. His foray into the realm of film production represented a departure from the confines of familial expectations, a bold leap into uncharted territory in pursuit of artistic fulfillment and creative expression. With the backing of his father, Mohammed Al Fayed, Dodi embarked on a bold venture into the world of filmmaking, establishing Allied Stars, a production company poised to leave an indelible mark on the landscape of cinema. The crowning achievement of his fledgling career came in the form of Chariots of Fire, an Oscar-winning masterpiece that catapulted him into the echelons of cinematic acclaim and adulation. Dodi's magnetic charisma and effervescent charm endeared him to the luminaries of Hollywood as he became a fixture at the most exclusive soirees and glamorous gatherings. His Rolodex boasted a veritable who's who of Tinseltown's elite, attesting to his prowess as a consummate networker and socialite extraordinaire. In the wake of his untimely demise, Dodi's sterling reputation as a producer was extolled by renowned publicist Pat Kingsley, who lauded his tireless work ethic and boundless generosity. As a visionary force behind the silver screen, he earned the admiration and respect of his peers, leaving an indelible imprint on the fabric of cinematic history. Yet Dodi's journey was not without its share of trials and tribulations. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood's veneer belied the inherent challenges and pitfalls that he encountered along the way. Accusations of professional indiscretion and financial impropriety cast shadows over his meteoric rise, underscoring the precarious nature of success in the cutthroat world of show business. Moreover, Dodi's quest for validation and acceptance from his father loomed large, a poignant reminder of the perennial struggle for paternal approval and affirmation. Despite his myriad accomplishments and triumphs, he grappled with the gnawing specter of inadequacy, haunted by the relentless pursuit of an elusive standard of excellence that remained perpetually out of reach. In the span of 17 years, Dodi left an indelible legacy etched in celluloid, spearheading an impressive slate of cinematic endeavors that ranged from the iconic to the avant-garde. From The Scarlet Letter to Hook, his cinematic oeuvre spanned genres and generations, leaving an enduring legacy that transcended the boundaries of time and convention. Dodi Fayed's foray into the world of film production, as head of Allied Stars and executive producer of the esteemed biopic Chariots of Fire, was fraught with controversy and discord, casting shadows over his aspirations for cinematic glory. The specter of scandal reared its head amidst the hallowed halls of Hollywood as allegations of drug use tarnished Dodi's reputation and threatened to derail the production of the iconic film. David Putnam's damning revelations, detailed in the Daily Mail, painted a portrait of a young scion of wealth and privilege ensnared in the throes of vice and indulgence. Accusations of Dodi's involvement in facilitating the distribution of cocaine to the film's cast sent shockwaves through the industry, culminating in his expulsion from the set by a resolute Putnam. The deleterious impact of Dodi's alleged misconduct reverberated throughout the production, as impaired actors struggled to fulfill their roles, casting a pall over the film's artistic integrity and viability. Putnam's scathing indictment of Dodi's character portrayed him as a dilettante, more preoccupied with the pursuit of hedonistic pleasures than the arduous demands of a burgeoning film career. His purported laziness and lack of dedication stood in stark contrast to the ethos of industry professionalism. eliciting disdain from his peers and mentors alike. An anonymous member of the production crew echoed Putnam's sentiments, lamenting Dodi's dearth of cinematic acumen and artistic vision. Bereft of genuine passion or expertise, Dodi's presence on the set was perceived as a superfluous appendage, a vestige of familial privilege ill-suited to the rigors of cinematic production. The tumultuous production of Chariots of Fire was marred by a litany of challenges and setbacks, from financial woes to unforeseen injuries that threatened to derail the film's trajectory. Dodi Al Fayed's palpable disappointment at his son's transgressions underscored the gravity of the situation, as familial expectations clashed with the harsh realities of Hollywood's unforgiving landscape. Dodi Fayed's romantic entanglements were not confined solely to his high-profile relationship with Princess Diana. Indeed, his early forays into matrimony shed light on a lesser-known chapter of his personal life, fraught with passion, devotion, and ultimately disillusionment. In 1986, Dodi exchanged vows with Suzanne Gregard, a luminous model whose ethereal beauty captivated his heart and soul. Their whirlwind romance blossomed against the backdrop of Manhattan's cosmopolitan allure as they embarked on a journey of marital bliss tinged with the promise of everlasting love. Despite the fervor of their courtship, the union between Dodi and Suzanne was destined to be short-lived, marred by the tumultuous currents of fame, fortune, and divergent aspirations. Their idyllic facade belied the simmering tensions that lurked beneath the surface, threatening to unravel the fabric of their fragile bond. Suzanne's poignant reflections on their relationship offered a glimpse into the complexities of their dynamic, as she sought to defend Dodi against accusations of philandering and promiscuity. Her steadfast loyalty and unwavering support underscored the depth of her affection for him, even as their marriage faltered amidst the glare of public scrutiny. Dodi's adoration for Suzanne knew no bounds, as he lavished her with tokens of his affection and showered her with extravagant gestures of devotion. From pampering her with luxurious indulgences, to whisking her away on romantic escapades, to far-flung locales, he spared no expense in his quest to fulfill her every desire. Yet, the gilded veneer of their fairy tale romance belied the inherent challenges that besieged their union, from the relentless intrusion of security guards to the relentless demands of their respective careers. The dissonance between their divergent lifestyles and aspirations precipitated a cascade of discord and disillusionment, sowing the seeds of discontent within their once harmonious relationship. As their marriage crumbled beneath the weight of unfulfilled expectations and irreconcilable differences, Dodi and Suzanne found themselves ensnared in a labyrinth of regrets and recriminations. Their fleeting moments of bliss gave way to a crescendo of sorrow and regret, as they grappled with the painful realization that their love was but a fleeting illusion, destined to be swept away by the relentless tide of time. Dodi Fayed's persona as a charismatic womanizer, basking in the limelight of celebrity and extravagance, cast a seductive allure that ensnared the hearts and imaginations of countless admirers. His status as a wealthy playboy, adorned with the trappings of opulence and allure, rendered him a magnetic presence in the glittering corridors of high society. The tapestry of Dodi's romantic conquests was woven with threads of intrigue and fascination, as his dalliances with a constellation of beautiful and illustrious women captivated the collective imagination. From Hollywood starlets like Brooke Shields, Julia Roberts, and Daryl Hannah, to scions of music royalty such as Tina Sinatra, Koo Stark, and beyond, Dodi's romantic entanglements traversed the spectrum of fame and fortune. Susanna Constantine, in particular, found herself irresistibly drawn to Dodi's magnetic charisma, ensnared in the gravitational pull of his intoxicating allure. Theirs was a liaison steeped in passion and desire, as Susanna scarcely left his side, enraptured by the promise of a love affair destined for the annals of history. Dodi's modus operandi as a consummate seducer lay in his mastery of the art of allure and enchantment, leveraging his vast wealth and social cachet to ensnare the hearts of his paramours. His lavish lifestyle and aristocratic bearing rendered him a coveted prize in the eyes of many, as women vied for his affections in a relentless pursuit of glamour and prestige. Yet behind the veneer of romantic conquest lay a shroud of ambiguity and intrigue, as whispers of Dodi's calculated image cultivation permeated the corridors of gossip and speculation. His strategic alignment with a prominent publicist attested to his meticulous efforts to craft a carefully curated persona, ensuring that his dalliances with well-known women were meticulously orchestrated for maximum impact. The serendipitous intersection of fate and circumstance precipitated the fateful encounter between Dodi Fayed and Princess Diana, a rendezvous that would ignite a whirlwind romance destined for the annals of history. Their initial introduction, amidst the backdrop of a spirited polo match, served as the auspicious prelude to a love affair that would captivate the collective imagination of the world. The tapestry of their entwined destinies was woven with threads of familiarity and familial connection, as Muhammad Al Fayed, Dodi's father, shared a close friendship with Earl Spencer, Diana's father. A chance encounter between Princess Diana and Muhammad Al Fayed at a charity function in the United Kingdom paved the way for an invitation extended by the magnate to host Diana and her sons in France, ensconced within the opulent confines of one of his palatial estates. It was amidst the idyllic splendor of a luxurious holiday retreat that Dodi and Diana found themselves reunited once more against the backdrop of the azure Mediterranean Sea. Their idyllic sojourn aboard the majestic yacht, the Jonacol, served as the crucible of their burgeoning romance, as they navigated the ebbs and flows of affection amidst the tranquil serenity of their picturesque surroundings. The palpable chemistry between Dodi and Diana blossomed amidst the heady atmosphere of their secluded paradise, as they savored precious moments of intimacy and camaraderie away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. Their shared laughter and tender exchanges bore testament to the depth of their connection, forging bonds of affection that transcended the constraints of convention and expectation. Yet, their blissful interlude was punctuated by the relentless scrutiny of the media spotlight, as the voracious appetite of the press threatened to eclipse the purity of their love. Amidst the incessant clamor for sensational headlines and salacious gossip, Dodi and Diana retreated into the sanctuary of their private sanctuary, steadfastly guarding the sanctity of their burgeoning romance from the prying eyes of the outside world. The tangled web of romantic entanglements surrounding Dodi Fayed reached its zenith with the emergence of Kelly Fisher, a model whose whirlwind engagement to Dodi served as the catalyst for a tumultuous saga of love, betrayal, and heartbreak. Their union, shrouded in secrecy and speculation, bore witness to the tempestuous currents of passion and desire that swept them into the vortex of celebrity romance. Kelly Fisher's discovery of Dodi's clandestine liaison with Princess Diana precipitated a maelstrom of emotions as she grappled with the painful realization of her fiancé's infidelity amidst the glare of public scrutiny. Their idyllic sojourn in France, aboard separate yachts with Diana in their midst, served as a poignant reminder of the precarious nature of love in the fickle world of high society. Fisher's decision to pursue legal action against Dodi, alleging breach of contract and betrayal of trust, cast a shadow over their once promising union as she sought restitution for the wounds inflicted upon her heart. Her anguish and disbelief reverberated through the corridors of public opinion as she struggled to reconcile the image of the man she loved with the stark reality of his indiscretions. Muhammad Al Fayed's scathing denunciation of Fisher as a gold digger added fuel to the fire of public scrutiny, casting her as a scorned woman seeking to exploit her relationship with Dodi for personal gain. The acrimony of their legal battle mirrored the bitter rift that had torn asunder the fragile fabric of their romance, leaving Fisher to grapple with the shards of shattered dreams and fractured promises. Amidst the tumult of legal proceedings and public recriminations, speculation ran rampant regarding the nature of Dodi and Diana's relationship, with conflicting accounts emerging regarding their purported engagement. While Dodi Al Fayed adamantly claimed that they were betrothed, citing Diana's alleged pregnancy as evidence of their impending nuptials, others remained skeptical, citing the absence of tangible proof. Dr. Frank Gelly's revelation of Diana's consultations regarding a prospective marriage to Dodi shed light on the intricacies of their relationship as they navigated the cultural and religious complexities that threatened to derail their love. Diana's newfound embrace of the Anglican tradition, coupled with her mother's hostility towards her previous Muslim suitors, underscored the challenges they faced in reconciling their divergent backgrounds. The tragic events of August 31, 1997, cast a dark shadow over the world, as Princess Diana and Dodi Fayed found themselves ensnared in a harrowing high-speed chase through the labyrinthine streets of Paris, pursued relentlessly by a relentless horde of paparazzi. Their ill-fated flight from the invasive glare of the media culminated in a horrific crash within the confines of the Pont de l'Alma tunnel, shattering the tranquility of the night and irrevocably altering the course of history. The circumstances surrounding the fatal collision were steeped in tragedy and controversy as revelations emerged regarding the intoxicated state of the driver, Henri Paul, who recklessly barreled through the streets at twice the permissible speed limit. The cataclysmic impact of the crash claimed the lives of Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul, leaving Princess Diana grievously injured and fighting for her life. Amidst the chaos and devastation, speculation ran rampant regarding the motivations behind Dodi's presence on Diana's side, as theories emerged suggesting that his proximity to the princess was driven by a desperate quest for paternal approval. Dodi Al Fayed's relentless pursuit of conspiracy theories further clouded the narrative as he sought to unravel the tangled web of intrigue surrounding his son's untimely demise. Allegations of a sinister plot, orchestrated by the royal family with the complicity of British and French intelligence services, served as the cornerstone of Dodi Al Fayed's impassioned crusade for justice. His assertions of Prince Philip's racism and hostility towards Diana's relationship with a Muslim man fueled speculation regarding the true motives behind the tragic events that unfolded that fateful night. The assertion of Diana's alleged pregnancy, coupled with Dodi Al Fayed's claims of a clandestine plot to eliminate his son and the princess, added layers of complexity to an already convoluted narrative. Forensic experts' refutation of Diana's pregnancy served as a sobering reminder of the precarious balance between fact and fiction in the realm of conspiracy theories. What do you think about Dodi Fayed's little-known facts? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.